Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This week's video is going to be kind of tips and tricks and my suggestions of things for you to do when your Disney trip is fast approaching. Your countdown is in the single digits. Maybe you're about a week away. I am at that point. I am 1 week from leaving for Walt Disney World. This time next Sunday, I will be on the road and headed towards Orlando. I could not be more excited. So the hope for today's video is that it will kind of give you some ideas of what to start doing at this point to start preparing for your trip. A little overview of kind of what I have to put in my park day bag. And kind of just a modge podge of different things that I feel are important tips and tricks to know when your trip is coming up very soon. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Alright, so jumping right into it, let's say your trip is about a week away, which is where I am right now. If you had checked out my 10 quick Disney tips video, this is the point in your countdown that I suggest is probably the best time to start working on that packing list. Now, of course, at this point, it does not have to be finalized. It does not have to be everything you need. I'm sure throughout the week, you're going to think of other little things here and there that you're going to want to add and be sure you have with you on your trip. So that is why I would suggest starting that list now. So you give yourself the rest of the week to think of anything that you maybe forgot, any last minute things you remembered you needed to pack. Of course, on your packing list, things like shirts, pants, undergarments, shoes. You're probably definitely going to want a couple pairs of shoes, either because your feet will get tired in the same pairs of shoes every single day of your trip, or if you find yourself in the middle of one of those Florida afternoon rainstorms, the park has been really bad about flooding lately, and so your shoes might get wet. You're going to want a backup pair to wear the next day and perhaps even the day after that while your first pair dry out. If you want shoes to take if you're going to go to the pool, you know, things like that are things you need to think about. Put on that packing list so you don't forget. Of course, other items like toiletries, you know, toothbrush, toothpaste. If you're picky about the kind of shampoo and conditioner and body wash you use, those are going to be things that you want to pack. If you're not picky, most hotels, and definitely Disney hotels, if you're staying on property, provide you with shampoo, conditioner, and body wash in the shower. So if you're not picky, you can leave those things at home. Give yourself a little more space in your suitcase for all of those fun souvenirs you're definitely going to buy throughout your trip. If you are picky like me, I have a specific shampoo, conditioner, and body wash that I like to use. I buy these little bottles, and they're the perfect size for a week's worth of shampoo, week's worth of conditioner. They're small, easy to pack. So if you are picky and you don't want to use what is provided, I would suggest something like that. Any kind of medication you're going to need is really important to make sure you have, especially if it's some kind of prescription. Those will be a little bit harder to get once you're at Disney World if you forget them, as opposed to something like a Tylenol or a Tums or those kinds of things, which are easily found at Target or even in your Disney resort will likely have those kinds of things. So at the end of the day, if you make your packing list, you think you have everything on it that you need, you get down there and you realize, I forgot whatever it may be. There are places you can go and get whatever it is, but again, like I said in that 10 quick Disney tips video, once you enter that Disney bubble, you are likely not going to want to leave that Disney bubble until the end of your vacation. So making that packing list and ensuring you have everything you need ahead of time is super helpful and takes some stress off your shoulders from having to worry about going out somewhere and getting something you may have left. Now for me, I actually today just went and did a quick Target run. It was all the things that I still needed that I thought of yesterday when I was making my packing list. So went ahead over today and picked up a couple of things that I needed. And again, that gives me time throughout this week. If I think of something that I still need to go grab, then I still have time to get it, as opposed to if I'd waited until the day before I was leaving to make that Target trip and then realized that I'd forgotten something. I would have needed to go before I left or once I get down there, and I don't really want to do either of those things. So going now, making that preliminary list of what you know you're going to need is super helpful to do right now when you've still got about a week left and a week's worth of days to finish up and tie up any loose ends of things you need for your trip. Other things that are going to be important to do: laundry. You're going to want to make sure that you have plenty of clean clothes to take with you, and you're not going to want to do laundry right before you have to pack. Now, of course, if that is the only day you have it, that only day that you have to do your laundry is the day that you're packing, that is totally cool as well. But if you could spread it out throughout the week and put a little less stress on yourself the day before your trip, that would probably be really helpful. Now, I do want to touch on some of the things that I picked up today that I felt like would be good things to have. Definitely good things to have in my park bag. I am going to be going by myself on this trip. Normally when my mom is with me, she takes care of all the things like Band-Aids, medication, Neosporin, all of the first aid kinds of things. So those were things that I had to think about for myself this trip. So those were some of the things that I picked up. I actually grabbed this little zipper case, nothing too fancy, nothing too big. It will hold all those first aid items that I need. It will fit perfectly inside of my park bag without taking up too much space. So found that on the travel aisle at the Target. It was pretty inexpensive, like $5 I think. So perfect for what I am going to be using it for. Another thing I picked up today was snacks. I got snacks to have in the car. I will be driving, so definitely going to want snacks to have during the road trip so I don't get hungry and I don't have to stop all the time to get snacks. And I made sure to get snacks that are kind of individually packaged things so that they are easy to put in my park bag once I get to Disney. You are allowed to bring in food and drinks into the park, so I always make sure I have a couple of snacks in my bag. I make sure I either have a water bottle or I have my mug filled up with that I will purchase when I get there, your refillable mug. So you always have a snack and drink with you while you're either watching a parade, waiting in line, whatever it may be. Those are good things to have, and the small individually packaged things make it super easy to just toss in your park bag and to go. Now, a trip to Walt Disney World, one really important thing that you're going to want, in my opinion, is your magic band. Some people may have been in the past, so you already have magic bands. Some people may have, this is your first trip and you just ordered magic bands. Some people who didn't want to pay for magic bands or prefer a plastic card, that will be waiting for you at check-in in your resort. So that is where you'll go to get that. But for me, I'm a magic band person, so I do have two magic bands that I will be packing. The first is this Monsters University one. You've got Mike, you've got the MU, you've got Sully. And then the second one that I will be taking, which is probably the one that I will end up wearing the whole trip, but I take extras just to be safe. But this is my go-to because Stitch is my guy. So you got Stitch on there. See if it will focus. And then it's just black. You've got the standard Mickey head on the actual Magic Band, and then another Stitch there. I like the Stitch one because it matches pretty much every outfit. Stitch is my favorite character, so probably the one that I will be wearing most of the trip, but I do always like to have a backup in case I want a different one to wear, or in the super sad event that you lose one. It is important to note that if you are on your trip and you realize you have lost your Magic Band, you want to go into your My Disney Experience app and deactivate that Magic Band. Otherwise, someone else could pick up your Magic Band and use your Genie Plus reservations or whatever it may be, and you don't want that to happen. So, always good to either have a backup Magic Band or ask for a card when you check in. I will probably also do that. That way I have kind of two backups. I have an extra Magic Band and that extra card handy in the event that I either misplace one or I just decide to go with something else for the day. Also remember that Disney does offer the Magic Mobile now through the My Disney Experience app. So you can also use your smartphone as your entry into the parks and your Genie Plus and all of the good things. And you can also add it to your smartwatch and use that essentially as a Magic Band. It would have your ticket right on there. So there are options outside of the Magic Band if the Magic Band is not something you are interested in. Now, next week, my hope is to have a video up, a more in-depth video of what and all I will be packing specifically. This is the first trip that I will be vlogging and making videos of, so I'm trying to kind of make sure I have everything I'm going to need for that. You know, all the chargers and batteries and SD cards, all the things that go along with making videos. So the hope next week is to put up a video of more specifically what I am packing in my suitcase and in my park bag. Now, like I said, I will be traveling next Sunday. I will be driving, so I'm going to try to have a video set to upload next Sunday, probably around 3 or 3:30 p.m. But I have never set a video to upload at a certain day and time before, so hoping I do it right, hoping it uploads correctly. But if you don't see a video next week, that is why. It is because I did something wrong. If that is the case, I will try to get it uploaded as soon as I get down to Orlando, because I am driving the whole way through next Sunday. I will be staying off property on Sunday night and then getting up Monday morning and heading over to Disney World for a week's worth of fun. And I'm so super excited. Hopefully you are excited for that too. Hopefully you have subscribed. If you are not subscribed already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because the fun Disney Park, Disney Day videos will be coming up so super soon. You are not going to want to miss a minute of that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. You want to turn on the bell so that you're notified every time I post. Make sure you leave a comment down below. What are some of the things you start to do when your trip is about a week out, and ways that you start to prepare? Hopefully some or all of the things I shared in this video are helpful. Be on the lookout next week for that more in-depth packing video. If you haven't already, make sure you head over to Instagram and follow me there at Opal's Disney Corner, because when I am at Disney World, that is where you will find live updates, daily updates. I will be posting over there stories so you can stay up to date with what I'm doing real time. So make sure you head over, follow me there. And with all that being said, that is all I have for you this week, and I will see you guys next week on The Corner. Peace.